In a recent interview with Carlos King, Joseline Hernandez shared her thoughts on mothers. Take a look.
I just feel like a lot of moms don't take responsibility for them not taking care or guiding their kids the way they need to be guided or the way they need to be dealt with. And I just felt like I could have been so much further in life if she was just a better mom.
Just a note, the clip is courtesy of Carlos King's Reality with the King podcast. Now, do you agree with Joseline, and do you think baby Bonnie Bella can be the one to break the cycle, Al?
It would be nice if it was, but let me tell you, first of all, this is the Joseline I like. This is the Joseline that when you sit down and you listen to her talk about her life, she talks about her mother quite often. This is the Joseline I can connect with. And I would never dismiss Joseline's comments because conditions of your upbringing and the quality of parenting you receive can significantly influence someone's well-being and their future. That I agree with. For everything from social cognitive skills to your achievement, to your self-esteem. The one thing that I would like to see, though, Joseline, because you talk a lot about your mother, you talk a lot about that pain, that's called trauma. This is something, instead of sitting down and sharing it just with Carlos, I think you need to sit down and share it with your mother and maybe even a professional counselor. Because if you continue to try to self-manage or self-medicate this trauma, it is going to drift into your daughter's ability to break this chain. So, I mean, I love this. My heart goes out to you for talking about this and sharing this, but I think you might want to take it to the next step and share it with someone professionally so that you can guide this through so that your daughter doesn't have to take on that same trauma and that same pain that you have that you got from your mother.
What do you think?
You know, I have such a love-hate relationship with Joseline, right? To Al's point, this is the Joseline I love. This is the Joseline I could connect with. But then you scroll one blog post up and it's her calling the girls on Cabaret all kind of bitches, how they not on her level, her slapping police, her looking drunk, high, and everything else, allegedly, and going to jail, putting her daughter at risk of not having a mother and being in all types of situations. So it's hard for me to take her serious at times because all of this mother-daughter connection falls under that women empowerment umbrella. And it's just so hard for me to take you serious on one token, crying about the mama, but then you over here, you know, acting the way you act with other women and the way you talk to them and do them. It's just not all connecting for me.
I have a problem with people that want us to have all the sympathy in the world for you because of your mom, and you deserve to have empathy, I suppose, right? But knowing how you feel and how your mother made you feel, Joseline, to go ahead and turn around and do the evil things you do to others. And I get hurt people, and we can use that as an excuse in our early teens, early adulthood, maybe at some point in your life, you do become aware of your issues, right? Like, you know what? I do this and I know why I do this because I X, Y, and Z, my mom wasn't around. Or I know I have daddy issues, so sometimes I look for validation men because of my daddy issues. But to keep on going and going, like this was a fantastic interview and the vulnerability was beautiful. But like you said, a post later, are you going to be choking a Black woman on your show? Are you going to be spitting in a Black girl's face? Are you going to make fun of someone for having an abortion? We've seen you be very violent and very abusive to nothing but Black women. And you're raising a Black woman. Y'all know I don't bite my tongue. I don't really have a love for Joseline, but I think she's funny and I think she's pretty. And I think it's tragic because I think she had so much potential. But at the end of the day, you show us vulnerability and we want to rock with you. And then we know Joseline's Cabaret, you're going to be right back assaulting someone on your show. So
Well,
go ahead. I wish one of these times it would really stick and she would. When you go seek help, then I'm gonna really be like, you know what? I rock with you. I can respect someone like it that wants to change.
You were saying she had potential. I was just saying she over there with your second employer, Zeus, getting all her potential fully realized. They the ones paying her to act like this, honey. But the people seem to have an attitude with me when I said Zeus was borderline the devil for all this. You know what I'm saying? I understand, Joseline, because when you're poor and you come from the strip club and you're giving all this money for negative behavior, in your mind, that's called getting money. And that's
Yeah.
why she does it. And it's platforms like your other employer, Zeus, and Mona and them had their hands in it. That's responsible for this.
First of all, they're one line of 55 or 80 lines on my resume. They're not my other employee, but I do try to go there with trying to bring a little bit of something else when I do go there. It's hard as fuck, but I try. I try. I know it's an uphill battle.